Okay, so once you are in Robot Mesh Studio, you have an account. You will not have anything in your projects folder. I've got a few things in my folders, and notice there's these little drop downs so you can switch between different folders. Create a new folder, create a new project. But before you do any of that, I want you guys to go to My Assignments. And then you're not going to have any assignments listed yet. But you can click on Try Robot Mesh Virtual Academy. Click on that. And then I've got a bunch of different trials here because I kept clicking on that, trying to get them to load, and didn't realize I had to do this drop-down menu. So if you're having trouble getting those to show up, you might click there and see if you need to go to one of these. Let me see if this will work. So then I can go to that and run my lesson. And the very first one is super easy. Well, the first several are super easy because it's assuming that you have no background. But what's nice is it shows you how the mimic works. And so the mimic is what this whole area here is referred to as this simulation. And so then it'll have you run the code. Boom. Take a second. Okay, there it goes. So what you'll see is whenever it's running a particular line of code, it highlights it in yellow so that you can follow along with the code. Right now there's only one line of code, so it's pretty simple. But as you guys move forward, you're gonna see that you can start doing more things. One thing you can do, you can click exit and just go back to your My Projects or My Assignments page. Or you can go on to the next mission, or you can go into sandbox mode. I'm not going to show you sandbox mode right now because there wouldn't be anything for me to play with because this is the most basic version. I'm going to go ahead and exit the tutorial and go back to my assignments and go back to that lesson and then see if I can find something a little bit more advanced. Okay. So now we're going to do a little bit more code. So they have us run the sample program. There we go. And we go forward for 50 centimeters. And so see how it actually, has you not do the code perfectly the first time, and it helps you think through, how do I troubleshoot this? How do I make this go further? And then it'll walk you through each of those steps. And you can tell that eventually that robot is going to have to it's going to go forwards, and then it's going to have to end up going backwards as well. And it'll walk you through how to add that line of code. Now that we've got this, I want to try using this at the beginning of the year with all of our new robotics students, because I think that this is a really nice way to show you how the blocks work. Now we're going to add in an additional line of code, and we can change the direction here to reverse. And we're going to set this distance to 250 or 225 like they've said, and try it out. I like how the little robot even kind of jerks forward. It's very realistic. You can even, when there's not sides on the platform, you can even make it drive off and it'll fall. It's great. You're going to enjoy this. So yeah, there it is. Okay. And so then this is where, if you wanted to do the sandbox version, you could change these. You can make that like 80. You can make this 90. We can make that. It does look like it's allowing me to change to inches and millimeters. So, and you can also, when you're in sandbox mode, something that's really nice is see this button that says run fast. So it'll run the program extra quickly. So you're not sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting for it to run. So it'll do its forward and then eventually backward, I think. Unless, oh, I made it go too far. I wonder if it'll go back. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so, okay. But that's how you work with the back and forth thing. And then now that we've played around with this and we're ready to move on again, where you go to move on if you've been playing in the sandbox is you just click continue, and then it'll give you those options again: exit, next mission, sandbox. So then you can move on to the next mission. And this is also nice. This, it's not going to let me have that little slider to make things run faster right now. But yeah, so this is going to now start talking you through more and more things. And it'll eventually have you start actually looking for different bits of code over in this side here. Let me actually cancel. I want to go back and show you. Okay. Oh dear. One of the harder ones. So like we'll do the line following one. This one's definitely more challenging. And it's going to have more options available. So now you've got logic, loops, all kinds of different pieces of information. And so you can, let's see. So what it starts out with is these hashtag pieces. That's just giving you basic information about what are the rules of the game. And then this is a hint for you to use, and we need to start out going to the logic button. So if you're not sure where to get some of these different pieces, go through and click on these different tabs, and whatever stuff you're supposed to be utilizing in the code will be available to you. And then not everything here is going to be available to you when you click on it, because we aren't working with the controller or the vision sensor, but sensors is still available, and logic is available, loops is available, math is available, but no text or lists. So if you're having trouble finding something, click on these and it will help you figure out what am I supposed to be dragging in here or not. So if it's something that you're not supposed to have in your code, then it won't be available to you. There might be things that are available to you that you aren't going to need in this code. Like you won't need the stop one in this particular program. At least I didn't use it. But that's how you find the different things to drag in, is just by clicking over here on the left side. So yeah, I'll be available during my office hour on Wednesday from 11 to noon if you have some more questions, or just email me and I should be able to get back with you quite promptly. If it's after 3 p.m., I may take a little bit longer, but still should be able to get back with you within a couple hours. All right, good luck and enjoy, and yeah, have fun.